All aboard and welcome to our podcast, GoddeSShips. For those of you who are returning, thank you for your continued support and welcome back. And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. Goddesses and gods, remember that we are now also available wherever you listen to your podcast, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, and G7, and also, of course, here on YouTube. I am Keely, the Soul Snatching Goddess.
And I am Melinda, the FACKTgoddess, F.A.C.K.T. And we want to thank you for joining our podcast. We want to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe. And please bang on the notification bell so you can be notified when we have new episodes.
Yes. Let's do it like that. That looks better. So we are waiting for FloydGod to join us, I believe. He's a little late today, but we'll do shirt cam while we waiting on him. So are you ready?
I am.
Let me big you up, boo.
So just wanted to wear black for the blackness. This is Black Music Month continued. And just to remind everybody that God don't make no mistakes.
Say that again.
God don't make no mistakes.
None, not a single solitary one. All right, and mine, because I don't know if y'all saw me on live when I told y'all to come on tonight, but I'm just here for the comments is what I wore today because, like I told y'all, we make our podcast interactive. So we look for y'all comments. And even if it's just to say hi, we want y'all to say hi. But we want y'all to interact with us because without y'all, there's no us. Big us up, boo. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to take me back down, honey, because I done big me up and couldn't take myself back down. So tonight's episode is dating apps. Swipe right or no? So we have like eHarmony, Match, Bumble, Tinder, Black, POF, Black People Meet. It's so many, like it's probably a plethora of them that I have no idea about. And since we're in the dating world per se, we just wanted to talk about and use this episode in exploring dating apps. Are they a good way to meet people or not? So, Fat Goddess, have you ever used a dating site? And if so, did you like it? Or did you like about it, not like about it? Did you go on a date from it?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yes, I have been on dating sites before. And from my own personal experience, let me say that first and foremost for the viewers that might be naysayers. I think that a lot of the people on dating sites put up, well, it goes different ways. So you have those that are up front, and I just want to have casual sex, or I'm not really on here for dating, I'm on here for hookups. So you even have people that are 100,000%.
Hold on 1 second. It sounds like it's not really an echo, it's like delayed maybe. Oh, yeah, because you're moving slow for me. Is it me?
I don't know. I'm moving fine for me.
So, you want to pop back in right quick? Let's see if that make a difference. Okay, y'all, we experienced like a 2-second technical difficulty. Y'all give us just a second. We love y'all though. Ooh, child, I'm hot. I've been running. I woke up late. Had to get it together. I don't know if y'all can see, but baby, these bags up under this eyes, because I was asleep today. I took me a nap and woke up good and late. I'm so sorry. But I'm here. That's all that matters. Is I'm here. Here we go. All right, go now.
I'm back. How does it sound?
It sounds wonderful.
Okay. So anyway, I was saying, I feel like it goes one of two ways. You have people that are completely honest about what they want, whether it's just to hook up, looking for a wife, looking for a long-term partner. Like, it's a myriad of things that people can say that they're looking for, and they're being 100,000% honest. But then on the flip side, you have people who say that they want one thing and they're really looking for it, not even be able to find that until they give you the big reveal, like days, weeks, months later. So I just from my own personal experience, like I said again, it's like tossing a coin. It's 50-50. You get, and
So what has
so
your experience been though?
that's what I'm saying from my experience. So the ones that were not real about who they were, actually most of them relationship or were married, but in the beginning pretended like that they were single.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, unfortunately for the ones that try to pull it on me, I am like no detective, so I do all the research. So I'm gonna find out, and I usually find out, show my receipts, and then it's done.
Yeah. You give them the facts.
F.A.C.K.T. You hear me? But as far as other people's stories, though, I have met, I would say, a hand found their mate on dating sites, and like they're married and happily ever after right now. So it can go, like I said, it can go one or two ways.
Understood. Which sites have you tried? Any of the ones I named?
Why we gotta be all specific?
Oh, you can just say if any other ones that I named.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind. Because I've been on and off sites probably for about. Well, I've been on sites. I go all the way back to the early 2000s where they had the AOL. I mean, that might as well have been a dating site.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was chat rooms, but people was trying to hook up and date and all of that in those rooms as well. But as far as these like new wave dating sites, I'd say probably like the past on again, off again. I've tampered with those, and I've been on Plenty of Fish. I think it was one of the first ones I went on. What's that other one? It was on Shameless. I don't know, but this Tinder, this girl, Shameless is a show that was on, I think, Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl always hooking up with people on Tinder. So I tried that. Not to hook it up with people, but just to see how it was. There's one called Black, where it's just African Americans, or at least it's supposed to be. What else have I tried? Like for a split second, I was on this one called Zeus. Bored. I've done the Facebook one.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. And it's another one I've done. I can see it, but I'm like, I know it's another one, but I can't think of the name.
Okay.
It's another popular one, I would say. and Bumble. I think it's one called Bumble. I tried one. That's about it.
Okay.
If it's more, I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. Well, so for me, the things that I like about the dating apps is that I can actually see who I'm talking to, opposed to like a chat line where you're just hearing their voice and then you might get their picture and they look like a booger wolf and you'd be like, damn, but he sounded so cute.
Okay. Quick. If
Uh-huh.
you are honest 50%, because that other 50% will catfish you.
You know what? That's why the show been on for how many years? And people still getting catfished?
Yeah,
Oh,
photos.
Jesus. When I say and the sad part is that I record catfish and go back and watch the episodes. So I might have like 10 episodes of catfish. I'll just sit and binge watch during the day because it'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be amazing. But like, I'm sorry for some of them catfish. I don't get it. Like, you've been talking to somebody for 4 years and you haven't seen, you ain't FaceTime with all this technology. Like, y'all ain't did no kind of video call, duo, nothing. Like, nothing.
Yeah.
Zoom, anything.
Right.
Nothing. But hey, ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't my business. Because that ain't how I operate. I need to see you. So yeah, so that's the part that I do like. At least you get to see a picture of who it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you can decide if you are even physically or if they're, visually pleasing to the eye. Because everybody ain't for everybody. Like, I ain't saying I'm the cutest thing on earth, even though you can't tell me I'm not. But I'm not for everybody. I ain't everybody's type. So, you need to know and put a face to who you're talking to, because your conversation can be okay, but then you might not like what they look like and be like, so then that conversation don't feel quite the same sometimes, which is bad, but it's all a part of the attraction.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is exactly what you said. Those ones who are on there with an ulterior motive of, you're on a dating site, like you trying to date, like you looking for somebody. Your whole profile might even be like, I'm looking for a relationship. How are you married? You're in the ultimate
It's
relationship.
the whole last year.
Yeah. I don't want it. Keep it over there. Because as I've said in previous episodes, and I'll say in future, I don't share penis. It's just not for me. So for me, I have been on probably almost all the ones that you dated, with the exception of the AOL chat rooms. I didn't get on those. But almost all the other ones that you named, I've been on. I hopped off Zusk because I don't know what my preference was set on for some reason, but I was only getting messages of the Caucasian descent, and nothing, huh?
That's not what you were looking for.
Not really. Not to say that I wouldn't date someone outside my race if they had the swag about them to catch my attention. However, even looking from them pictures, we didn't match. We didn't match. You look like you like to go mudding and be outdoors and in your 4-wheelers and your trucks, and that ain't me. I ain't gonna be out there. That ain't. I'm not gonna do it. Don't worry about it. I'll pass. So yeah, that that's what I like and dislike about them. And then I don't want you to come later on talking about after you just said you wanted to date and we didn't talked a little bit. I see your picture. You look somewhat attractive. You have good conversation and you say, oh, I just want to be honest with you, upfront with you, and let you know I'm still married. Excuse me. What happened? What we doing? Why? What you talking about? Oh, okay. It was so nice speaking with you. You were a nice person. So I'm not gonna continue to speak with you anymore. But it was nice while it lasted. Find somebody else that's okay with that. And I think it's a lot of people that that from one guy, because I asked him, I was like, if you're married, because I even asked him, I was like, are you unhappy in your marriage? Like, I'm trying to get to the root of this. Like, why are you on this dating site? And he was like, no, I'm not really unhappy. But she kind of withholds sex and uses it as a weapon. And I'm like, so you figured you're gonna come on a dating site to find somebody to fulfill that section of your marriage instead of y'all having a conversation and trying to correct your marriage? You gonna bring somebody outside in? That's not gonna help, bruh. No, it's not gonna help. And also, I don't share penis. So get off my phone. Because you didn't say you wasn't still having sex with her. Y'all just don't have it as frequently as you would like. So you still trying to be community peen, and I don't do community penis. It's not, no, thank you. But he then also was like, so it's not that you're unhappy. It's not that you want a divorce or that you're separated or in the process of getting a divorce. You just basically was trying to fill a space. My space. No, thank you. So yeah, that was that. So do you prefer a site that asks you like kind of like a match.com would be or eHarmony, where they ask you all of these preference questions and then kind of send people that match with you your way, or where you swipe right or left?
I've never done the match or the eHarmony. Those are ones that you tend to have. I'm not paying nothing. So for me, I do free sites because what you find is all about the same anyway. So why pay? And some people do say when you pay, you get better, but I just haven't seen if there's a difference. So it's not even really a matter of preference for me because I get the swipe left right ones because that's the freebies.
Totally agree. Even on the swipe left and right ones, when it be like, do you want to pay to see who like you? No.
Yeah, they'll try to
Yeah.
get some little perks, some little monetary perks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
nope, what's free?
Do you want to boost yourself so more people see you? No.
Um,
Whoever see me right here is who see me.
so true.
And that's it. That's all. And whoever be outside.
That's it. That's all.
Completely and totally. So do you prefer personal interaction with all the COVID stuff going on? Are you willing to kind of risk going out more to meet somebody, or are you okay with what technology we have to try to meet somebody right now?
Um, I mean, I think the initial thing is just to get to know each other from uh, information that's exchanged. Through the phone, whether it be text message, calls. Because I know usually if I talk to somebody long enough, um, he usually said, can we do video call? I think if nothing else with COVID happening, a lot of people kind of added video calls to their um, phones and the way that they communicate, just because everybody would get tired of just texting and talking and not having some type of physical um, interaction. So, like I said, once I talk to somebody long enough, usually they be like, I don't want to talk through this site. I want to get to know you better. Can we take phone calls? And then it usually turns into video calls. So I guess for me, once enough familiarity is involved, then you can move on to the dates, but still just being conscious of COVID. I mean, that's what everything. I personally still wear a mask, so
yeah,
I know that people are free not to if they've been vaccinated and other things. A mask, so I think talking on the phone, you get to see somebody without the mask. I mean, video. You get to see somebody without the mask.
And I know pre-COVID, I'm such a chicken shit. I be leery on meeting people because it's some crazies out here. Like, even if you meet me in a public place, it's some people that's like Looney Tune out here. So I'll be like, oh, what if this dude is crazy? Oh my God. But what is you gonna do?
I don't see that part for me. I've never been afraid to meet anyone that I've talked to extensively. And I guess they would have to be they would just literally, yes, have to be crazy and just be a completely different person than with whom I interacted prior to meeting them in person. Because I usually really get to know like I usually have address, phone number, parents' name, or you know what I'm saying, that type of stuff before I actually meet somebody, just because that's how the conversation evolves. So I've been blessed by the crazy that was talking about keeping me hostage or anything.
I ain't talking about like keeping you hostage, just they crazy. Like I had one guy, his whole like we had been talking. Listen, we have been talking. His whole conversation was really good, nice. We had talked for a couple of weeks, and then he was like, "Hey, let's meet up." It was just like for drinks or something. And then when we got there, it was like the whole tone of the conversation was different. He started talking about that there were angels on earth and that he was, I forgot what he called himself and said that he was, and that there were, like, I know people believe in angel numbers, and if you do, you know, that's for you. I don't know much about them, but he started talking about angel numbers, and then he started telling me these additional stories about himself that I had never heard before. For instance, that he used to be a, a drug dealer and that he was a millionaire drug dealer. And that he gave up his millions for God, and that there were actual men in black that were here, and that he had encountered the men in black. And it almost was like a movie. I was sitting there I was trying to keep my face right because I was like, I don't want to set little cuckoo off. I didn't understand. So he said that he was riding and he had a trunk. No, he was trying to get out the drug game. This is what it was. He was trying to get out the drug game. So he was riding in his car and he got pulled over by an officer. And the officer questioned him, asked him for his ID and all this stuff, and then cleared him to leave. And when he was pulling off, he said the officer hit his trunk like boom, boom, as he was pulling off. So then he said he got pulled over a second time the same night, and another officer did all this questioning of him and asked him all this stuff. And then when he got cleared to leave again, that officer also bumped his trunk as he was pulling off. So he gets to his house and he says that he's sitting in his driveway and he keeps smelling marijuana in the car, but he said he doesn't smoke. So he's like, but I'm smelling it really strongly in my vehicle. So he gets out of the car, goes to the trunk. He says there's 2 big duffel bags full of weed in his trunk that he ain't his. And then there's a black truck parked up the street, a couple of houses up, and a guy in black gets out, walks up to him, flashy thingied him, like in the movie. And he was stuck standing there and couldn't move as he watched this dude take the bags of drugs and walk back to the truck. And he said, just so happens his neighbor is walking their dog, walks up the street, sees the men in black getting in their truck with these duffel bags, and him standing stuck in the driveway as they're trying to speak to him. And they come over and ask him and is talking to him, and he can't move. And they finally touch him, and I guess the touch released him. And they was like, did you see old dude? What did he take from you? Was them your bags? And all this other crazy stuff. Girl, I was like, check, 4 checks, please. Can I pay somebody else check? Can we get up out of here? What is this?
Wow.
Never. And when I say all the times we've ever spoken before that, and never mentioned that he used to be a drug dealer, and never mentioned that he was Mr. Millionaire that gave up his millions. Had never even really talked about religion other than to say that he believed in God and went to church. And most definitely didn't tell me he believed in the men in black and got flashy thinking.
That's a lot.
Girl, you telling me. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry you went through all of that. My kids, I gotta pick them up. Somebody's watching them for me, and I only told them that they was gonna watch them for a couple of hours. So this was real nice, and we'll have to do this again. Ran.
Wow.
So yeah, so oh my God, I was like, I can't. Why me, Jesus? Why me?
That's a different type of crazy you was referring to.
Thank you. Exactly.
You were referring.
So yeah, it's been interesting being in the dating world. I don't like it. I don't like it here. It's ghetto.
I don't like it here.
But I was told that that I'm probably not gonna meet a person just being out and about. That somebody that I know is gonna have to introduce me to somebody.
Well, I can see that.
That just means I'm crazy as hell. And whoever know me gonna have to be like, oh, you probably can handle her crazy. You can go next time. But oh yeah. Different breed. Need something different. That's it. That's all. So that's really pretty much all I had in order of talking about these dating sites because they rough out here. Dating is rough, period. Like I said, I don't like it here. It's ghetto.
So yeah, I would agree with the ghetto part. I've met people, like I have a really good friend who met his wife on a date site. and they're doing just fine. So it could almost be like the needle in the haystack concept as well.
Oh, look like she got stuck. Technical difficulty. Don't know what happened. But when she comes back, I'll bring her back up. The other part for me to that is being you back? Okay, girl, I don't know what happened. You went black. Oh, then she went out again. I don't know what happened. She'll be back. But anyway, so the other part for me in dating and not even having to do with the app is I guess what people are okay with and expect, especially with technology happening. They're kind of where they where they I asked some of my guy friends, I'm like, are girls just kind of sending cooch and titty and booty pics because it's like that's expected now, and I don't even know your real name because half of the people on these sites don't use their real name. So I don't even know your real name, your last name, none of that. But you want somebody to send you some pictures of what? My smile, my face, my eyes. That's about all you gonna get because I'm not sending none of my other stuff pictures. You're not getting it.
That's what I was getting ready to speak on before. It was funny because I could hear you, but I couldn't see you, and you said, "What? FACK.Goddess is having technical difficulties." I was like, I don't know what happened. But that's what I was going to speak on about. I think one of the negative parts of the online dating is when people ask to exchange pictures. A lot of men assume that you want a PP. A PP is a penis pic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, wait a minute. Like, where in the conversation did I say I wanted that? Like, I don't understand. Like, that is like a regular thing. And it's like, no, like.
And they ask for it so freely. I'm like, is this what you're used to getting? Like, you ask for it and they just, most women just send you something?
And they asked. And then it's like, that's a turn off. Should have swiped. Which one is no left?
Left.
Should have swiped left for that. But
oh, wait a minute. Wait. That's good. That's bad. So left is good. Right is bad. Right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, left is good. Right is no.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I just did it.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, peace pie. Oh, peace pie. Oh, peace pie. Oh, peace pie. But I think that's really, really a disappointment too, because you could really be enjoying the presentation of their character at that point.
mm-hmm.
And they're doing it with a PP. And it's like,
or the first 15 minutes of talking to you, they try to start asking all these sexual questions.
yeah,
to try to slide you into doing phone sex. No.
Because when you're, I mean, granted, you can be 18 and over usually to be on the site, mm-hmm. But when more seasoned adults or more mature adults, allegedly, are speaking to one another, if you're somebody that's sexually active, that's going to come if you end up being interested in somebody at some point in time in your connection. That's going to come. Mm-hmm. So the thing is, what else is there about you besides you being able to have sex? So that's what always is troubling to me as well. Like, okay, so you can have sex with anybody. But what else is it that you can bring to make a situation fun or adventurous or interesting?
Mm-hmm.
That's just not going to get it. Not when you know, 30, 40, 50 years old, been there and done that. Okay.
Exactly.
So,
And not even just that. My thing is, I ain't trying to set up in here like I'm on a photo shoot so I can send you an ass pic.
right.
I
Right.
gotta prop my phone on something and turn around and be all too. We ain't doing that. Ain't nobody
Right.
got time for that.
Right. But it's like, do you have a conversation? Like with me, I'm a sapiosexual, so you have to have a conversation. For
Mm-hmm.
those of you that don't know what a sapiosexual is, it's a person that's attracted to somebody's intellect. They're aroused by intelligence. So you can't come at me with no PPs because I will ignore you.
And fellas, PSA: if you send a picture of your dick, I'm gonna show my friends. And I say eight out of 10 women show their friends your penis when you send it. So if you don't want to really be a community pic, don't send it.
That is hilarious. I was trying to do that shocked emoji.
Huh. Do you feel that confident in your penis? Or you want it to be shared? Because I'm going to show it. Especially, like, because I don't solicit penis pics. Like, and I will tell them I don't want a picture of your, like, especially if they ask, because sometimes they'll ask for pictures of you because it's prompting or they're preempting that they're about to send a picture of themselves that you didn't ask for.
Right.
And so I tell them very quickly, I don't need a picture of your penis. I'm good on that. Like, that's not what I want to see. So make sure you don't send it. And if you still send it anyway, I'll be like, oh, yeah, look at this penis. Look at it. Do you see it? And
Oh.
we might be laughing at you too. I'm just letting you know, sirs. So why are you laughing?
Because I can't believe you made that public service announcement.
I'm just trying to help them out.
Trying to help them.
Just trying to help them. Ain't that what public service announcements are for?
But here's the thing, though. I think most of them that send it don't care.
They probably don't, but
it's nice of you to let them know.
Yeah, I just want them to be quite aware that not just the person that this picture was intended for is viewing it. That also that it may be being giggled at, snickered, talked about, discussed.
Not everybody.
I said 8 out of 10.
No, I'm saying not all of the pics are shared.
Oh.
8 out of 10 women share them.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily share all of them.
Yeah, because if it's one that they kind of like, they ain't gonna show nobody.
Right.
They like, I'm gonna keep this to me.
But yeah.
Or if it's a nice looking peen, they might still show it anyway because they like, God damn.
Oh my
God, do you see this?
This just got X-rated. Sorry to the viewers. It wasn't supposed to take this turn. But yeah, seriously. Conversation rules the nation. So all of the PPs say that for months later when you're on a whole different level. But initially, let's just find out about who you are.
Yeah. And that's very true in terms of someone's conversation because I know with my husband that he wasn't like no model type best looker, but he was street walkable. Um and but his conversation was it for me. Like we talk about whatever, do whatever, say whatever. It was just there. And the laughter and all of that other stuff. So because I know my cousin was asking, he was like, that ain't your usual type. Like, are you serious about talking to him? Or you just trying something? But it was just something different. All right. Do you have one for us this evening, ma'am?
And I love you, but
Of course.
sure.
All right, y'all. We still need y'all suggestions for the Fat Goddess. And you can email her at FACKTgoddess@gmail.com. And that is FACKT goddess@gmail.com. And it would also be in the description below.
So the Cambridge Dictionary defines online dating as a way of starting a romantic relationship on the internet by giving information about yourself or replying to someone else's information. So, I love you, but I mean, online dating doesn't mean that you have to exchange PPs and show private parts. It's supposed to be a way of starting an intimate romantic relationship via the internet. So you exchange information about one another. You respond to information about one another. So, for the love of God, stop sending you new pics before you exchange information.
Are they going to be shared?
Or they're gonna be made public.
Huh, real public. They're going to be some PPPs and not the loans. Some public penis pics.
So yes, online dating, starting a little romance on the internet by starting the starting point, focal point is exchanging information and responding to one another's information. Save those little PPs for later.
Because she might be into them.
The
But
PPs.
if she don't know you,
So women, that's for you too. Save your VPs, your vagina pics. Save them.
help me out so they don't be asking me for it because you always giving it.
I love you, bud.
Don't make me be the oddball out because I don't want to send no pictures. I ain't trying to do no nude photo shoots up in my house. Posing all odd, trying to get stuff to look cute.
That is
No.
hilarious. Oh goodness.
All right. So that concludes our show for this evening. Thank you all for joining us as we do our best to give you the content that you deserve. Feel free to keep the conversation going below in the comments. We do look forward to reading them and we respond. Again, thanks for watching. If you have not, make sure to thumbs up this video, share, tell a friend and tell a friend, subscribe, click the notification bell or bang, as the Fat Goddess say. And we will see you next week at 9 p.m. on GoddeSShips because every ship matters. All ships ain't the same.
And life is lived on ships.
All right. Good night.